Hey there, it's Christy, and I'm in the kitchen. So recently I saw a recipe online that I thought, wow, I want to try that. I'm always looking for things to try in Pampered Chef's Quick Cooker because I love it so much. I want to use it for everything. So when I found this recipe on fudge, which I haven't had in years, my daddy used to make fudge, as I recall. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a memory that I think my daddy made fudge, but somebody made fudge. Maybe it was my mom. Anyway, and I haven't had it in years. So I want to give it a try today in the Pampered Chef Quick Cooker. So come along with me and let's give it a whirl. Now I'm going to have to check out my recipe across the way here because this is my first time and I don't want to screw this up, all right? So let's get started by turning on the saute or sear and get that going. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons because I'm actually going to double this recipe. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're just going to pop that in there and let it start going. Okay. So next we are going to add in our mixture of sweetened condensed milk, chocolate chips, semi-sweet chocolate chips, because there's also milk chocolate in here too. All right, so I'm gonna take some Eagle brand milk and just, let's see, open, using our little can opener. I always forget which way this goes, but it's nice because even when you've got the pull tab tops, the smooth edge can opener can get it open really easily for you, and you don't even have to break a nail trying to get your can opener. All right, so we're just gonna dump this in. Now again, I am doubling this recipe, so if you are obviously not wanting to make as much, you would only use 1 can of Eagle brand milk, but I'm gonna be using 2 because we're having family gathering tomorrow. You may be watching this and it is way past Thanksgiving, but when I'm making it, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So today I'm in the kitchen and getting some things together that some that are tried and true recipes that I make every year, like broccoli, rice, and cheese casserole. I've even tried to get out of making it some years, and they're like, no, you need to keep making that. So broccoli, rice, and cheese it is, and chocolate pies. Oh my goodness. So in my family, when I was growing up, sorry, let me get my head in here. I don't think you care to see my shoes. Anyway, so when I was growing up, I loved chocolate pie. There was this place we would stop at on the way to my parents' farm, and it was like a treat, either on the way there, but a lot of times on the way back, and I loved going to that place because they had chocolate pie. Well, my grandmother had a homemade chocolate pie recipe, and to be honest, I don't know if it's hers or not, but at any rate, it's ours now. So every year we make chocolate pie at this time of the year and Christmas, and it is totally my favorite. Now, I have to be honest with y'all, I don't like what we from Texas call calf slobbers. Anybody else know what I'm talking about out there? If you know what calf slobbers are on a chocolate pie, let me know. Anyway, comment below. I know. If you don't, I don't have a problem sharing it with you. So basically, it is just simply meringue, and I never really liked meringue. Now, I've not tried it as an adult, so maybe I would. But I'm not making it on my chocolate pie this season either, so who knows? I've learned with Pampered Chef, there's a lot of things I didn't think I liked, or now that I'm grown, I've learned, you know what? It's pretty good. Unfortunately, these hips don't lie. When I was smaller, I totally could have enjoyed it a lot better and easier on the hips than now as I have gotten older. So anyway, I just added 2 cups actually 4 cups because remember I doubled it, but I use the Easy Read measuring cup just because it's literally easy to read. There's the measurements right up here. And so anyway, just an easy way to have it in here. And I'm just kind of stirring. It says to stir continually because we're just kind of getting this all prepped and ready together. And then once it's all mixed together, we're going to add in the last 2 ingredients. Oh, we need to add some vanilla now. So let me go ahead and get that vanilla. Let's see how much. 1 teaspoon. So let's get a couple of teaspoons. Now I'm going to be using this cute little, I think it's the Petite. Don't quote me. We have a measure all, which is a 2 cup. And I don't know if it's the Petite or the individual. Anyway, the smallest of our measure all measuring cups. What I like about it is because you literally have your liquids going in, your solids, you just push down and put out. So if you wanted to say butter, if you had soft butter, you could have put that in here and popped it right out into the recipe. Whereas with the liquid for the vanilla, we're just going to put it on the inside and pour in. So let's just put in a couple of teaspoons. Let's see, there we go. Okay, and we're going to just pour that in. Now I'm using Pampered Chef's double strength Madagascar bourbon pure vanilla. Now, if you're watching this later on, this is only going to be available, last I heard, through the end of December of 2019. So you may be watching this and it may not be available anymore, but it is really super good. And I'm just super excited to have that double. And actually, did you know, because it's double strength, a lot of recipes, when they call for vanilla, you can actually use half of what it calls for because it is double strength, but everybody loves it sweet. Okay, so let me check something really quick. All right, now we're going to switch. I'm going to go ahead and actually add in our milk chocolate, just using the silicone prep bowl. I'm going to stir those around, get them nice and melted in. This comes in 3 sizes as well, a 1 cup. This is a 2 cup and a 3 cup. They all come with lids. These come in 3 sizes, and then there's a little individual if you still have that one when you're watching this. And the 3 come in the set. The baby one you have to order separately. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's, yeah, you can. It's mixing together pretty well. And once it gets together, then we're just gonna turn it off and keep it on warm. Now, I am trying something that may be a complete fail before it's all said and done, but I am trying to use the little parchment liners, and I'm going to try to make individual ones. I may have to just switch it completely over and go to a lined, just baking sheet, but I'm going to give it a whirl. All right, so we've got it switched over to just keep warm. Actually, there we go. Now it's on warming. So I've turned it off of saute or sear. Pampered Chef's is sear. And then I'm just going to add in my pre-chopped in the manual food processor pecans. I'm just going to dump all those right in there. I did 2 cups because it called for 1. I'm just going to mix those up really good. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love chocolate. I pray that I never get told by a doctor that I can't have sweets anymore or I'm in trouble. It'll be a hard life, not gonna lie. Okay, so got all that done. I'm gonna just take this and set it right over here. All right, so it says to then put it on a baking sheet with parchment. So this is a trial. So let me see. I'm going to see if we can just do like a scoop in here. Not quite as heavy as I would hope were going to be. but I may have more than enough to do these, and then I'll just put these in the fridge. Now what I did with this parchment was I used this little guy, this tart pusher, and just kind of mashed it down in there to kind of get that, kind of fill it in a little bit better. But it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of slip sliding around just a little bit, so I may have to work that different angle. But I wanted to give it a try, and you know, sometimes that's what we got to do in the kitchen. We just got to get in there and try it and see how it goes. You never know until you try. And for those of you who know me well, you know I don't like being in the kitchen, but when I do, this is my style of cooking. I love to bake. So if it has anything sweet involved, count me in. Because I'm all about making that. But if we're just trying to get dinner on the table, I could do without that. Although this girl does like to eat, that obviously shows. All right, guys, so once I get this done, I'm just gonna put this in the fridge and let it cool. Let me see before I tell you. You're gonna put it in there until it's firm, and then you're just going to serve it. So that is it. Now I'm using, I think this is the 1 teaspoon. We have 3 different sizes. Don't quote me. I think it's 1, 2, and 3, or maybe it's tablespoon. It is tablespoon. I'm just using a little scoop, but you could use whatever you got a spoon or whatever works best for you, go with it. So I just thought it'd be neat to make individual fudge pieces. So I hope you're having a great day, and if you're celebrating something today, comment below and share with us what you're celebrating. Or if I get this posted up and it's still Thanksgiving, let me know what's your favorite, or even if it's not, what's your favorite sweet treat or recipe that you like to make. Let me know. All right, guys, thanks so much for popping on and checking out the video. If you liked it, then share that in the comments. If you have a great recipe to share, especially a sweet recipe to share that you use either in, if you have an Instant Pot, or if you have our quick cooker, please feel free to share that in the comments. Like I said, I'm always looking for great recipes to try. Bye, guys.